Welcome back to Charlie Talks Global, where today we're diving into the vibrant cultures that make our world so fascinating.
Hey Globetrotters! Charlie here, and today I'm going to tell you about the time I paid $50 for a cup of coffee that came from, well, let's just say it went through some digestive processing first. And plot twist, it was delicious. Stick around because this story involves jungle cats, confused tourists, and me questioning every life choice I've ever made. But first, smash that subscribe button harder than a civet cat smashes. Well, you'll find out. Chapter 1. What the heck is Kopi Luwak? So picture this, I'm in Indonesia, specifically in Bali, and my local guide, let's call him Maid, pronounced M-A-H-D because yes, I butchered it for 3 days straight. Maid says to me, Charlie, you want try most expensive coffee in world? Now, I'm thinking, sure. I love coffee. I'm practically 60% caffeine at this point. What could go wrong? Maid takes me to this coffee plantation, and he starts explaining, this coffee very special, Charlie. Made by Luwak. And I'm like, oh cool, is Luwak the farmer's name? Oh, sweet summer Charlie. Luwak is not a person. Luwak is a civet cat. Basically imagine if a cat and a raccoon had a baby and that baby decided to become a coffee critic. These little guys roam around coffee plantations at night, and here's where it gets interesting, they're incredibly picky eaters. They only choose the ripest, most perfect coffee cherries. They're like the Gordon Ramsay of the coffee world, except furrier and with better night vision. Chapter 2, The Digestive Journey. Now here's where things get, how do I put this family-friendly, intestinal? So the civet eats these perfect coffee cherries, right? The fruit gets digested, but the coffee beans inside? They just take a little journey through the civet's digestive system. And during this magical mystery tour, something incredible happens. The enzymes in the civet's stomach break down some of the proteins that make coffee bitter. It's like nature's own coffee processing method, except it involves a lot more output. Maid explains this to me while I'm standing there thinking, wait, are you telling me this coffee comes from cat poop? And Maid, bless his patient soul, says, not cat, Charlie. Civet. And yes, from poop. I've eaten street food in Bangkok, folks. I've had haggis in Scotland. I once accidentally ate a cricket in Mexico City thinking it was a really crunchy crouton. But this was new territory. The beans get collected, thoroughly washed, and I mean thoroughly, like they wash these beans better than I wash my car, then roasted and ground like any other coffee. Chapter 3, The Moment of Truth. So there I am, holding this small cup of what looks like perfectly normal coffee. It smells incredible, rich, smooth, with hints of chocolate and caramel. My brain is having a full-scale war with itself. Brain cell 1, this smells amazing. Brain cell 2, it's poop coffee, David. Brain cell 1, but it's expensive poop coffee. Brain cell 2, that makes it worse. Maid is watching me with this knowing smile, probably thinking, another tourist about to have an existential crisis over coffee. But here's the thing, I didn't travel halfway around the world to chicken out over some processed beans. Plus, I already paid the $50. That's like, counts on fingers, more than I spend on coffee in a month. So I took a sip. And oh my God. It was like drinking liquid silk. Smooth doesn't even begin to describe it. There was zero bitterness, just this rich, complex flavor that seemed to dance on my tongue like it was auditioning for Coffee Broadway. I literally said wow out loud, and Maid started laughing because apparently, that's the universal tourist reaction to Kopi Luwak. Chapter 4, The Cultural Deep Dive. Now, here's where it gets really interesting from a cultural perspective. Kopi Luwak isn't just some weird tourist gimmick, it has real historical significance in Indonesia. During Dutch colonial times, local farmers weren't allowed to harvest coffee for themselves, it all had to go to the Dutch. But they noticed that civets were eating the coffee cherries and, well, processing them naturally. So they started collecting these processed beans for their own use. It was literally born out of making the best of a tough situation. Talk about turning lemons into lemonade, or in this case, turning poop into premium coffee. But here's where the story takes a bit of a serious turn. The popularity of Kopi Luwak has led to some not-so-great practices. Some producers started caging civets and force-feeding them coffee cherries, which is basically the opposite of what makes this coffee special in the first place. The whole point is that wild civets choose only the best cherries. Caged, stressed animals don't make good coffee critics. Plus, it's just not cool to treat animals that way for our caffeine addiction. So if you ever want to try Kopi Luwak, and trust me, it's an experience, make sure you're buying from producers who use wild-sourced beans. It's better for the animals, better for the environment, and honestly, it tastes better too. Chapter 5, The Aftermath and Life Lessons. So there I was, sitting in this Balinese coffee plantation, having just consumed what is essentially the most expensive toilet humor joke in the world, and it was good. This experience taught me something important about travel and cultural exploration. Sometimes the most incredible experiences come from the most unexpected places. I mean, if someone had told me back home, "Hey Charlie, want to drink some poop coffee?" I would have backed away slowly and questioned their life choices. But when you're immersed in a different culture, when you understand the history and the process, when you see the craftsmanship that goes into it, suddenly it's not just poop coffee anymore. So what's the moral of this aromatic adventure? Don't knock it till you've tried it, even if it happens to be coffee that took a detour through a civet's digestive system. Travel isn't just about seeing new places, it's about challenging your preconceptions, stepping out of your comfort zone, and sometimes literally drinking poop coffee. Here's to embracing the weird, wonderful, and occasionally digestively processed experiences that make travel so incredible. What's the weirdest thing you've ever eaten or drunk while traveling? Drop it in the comments below, and don't worry, this is a judgment-free zone. We're all friends here in the I've consumed questionable things for cultural experiences club. Don't forget to like this video if it made you laugh, subscribe for more globetrotting adventures, and ring that notification bell so you never miss when Charlie does something questionably brilliant again. Until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, and remember, the best stories usually start with "so there I was." Cheers, Globetrotters.